We're here at Computex 2008 with Sean Maloney, who's Executive Vice President
at Intel.
Thanks for finishing me, Sean. Welcome to HEXUS TV.
Good to see you.
Well, it's good to finally have you on HEXUS TV. You've avoided us very well at IDF and all these other shows.
I've been dodging you.
Well, Pat shouldn't spread these rumours around. Anyway, can you give us a bit of background, what you do at Intel and how long you've been there for and stuff like that?
Sure, I run sales and marketing at Intel at the moment. Before that, I've done a variety of things, going all the way back to the early 1980s, where I started in the UK as an engineer, working on early microprocessors and Ethernet. And I've lived in multiple places around the world for Intel.
So
I'm an old guy.
Okay, so currently you're based in the US.
I'm based in the US, though I travel a lot. I travel around a lot. Yeah.
So one thing that might be useful, maybe internet everywhere, right?
Well, that would be a good idea, and that's one of the things we're doing at Computex, which is working on WiMAX, and that sort of next big brother of Wi-Fi. This is a pretty big event for WiMAX. There's a lot of people from all over the world coming in here to see it.
Okay, so one thing we did cover you guys recently at IDF was the Atom CPU.
Yeah.
And now you've actually got that publicly showing and more noise in it. Can you give us an update on that, please?
So in 30-something years of the microprocessor, we've always used our factories to make the most highest performing, most advanced ones. So this is the first time we've used our most sophisticated equipment to build super, super low power consumption, more inexpensive chips. And so it's sort of partly a digital divide thing, and it's partly to make PCs that are small enough you could stick them in your pocket. And today at Computex, lots of those have been announced. So it looks as if it's going to be a pretty significant thing for the industry. Okay,
so this is similar to UMPC devices that we saw a couple of years ago with Microsoft.
It's a sort of second wave of UMPCs. I think these things are simpler.
Okay, and what sort of price point are we going to see them coming in at?
They're being announced from under $200 US, going up to about $400 US, something like that. And then some of them, they're putting hard drives in. They're a little bit more expensive. But I think they're going to be around about $250, $300 US, most of them.
But we're seeing an interesting change with these small PCs. I mean, you've seen the EUPC from HEXUS, which previously wasn't based on Atom, but now is migrating over, which isn't actually running Windows as standard. It's running a Linux-based thing there. How's that made it challenging for you guys, or why are you seeing this happening? Is it price, or...?
I think it's a combination of things. I think that some of these small devices, they can't have hard drives, so they have very small, or relatively small, flash solid-state disks, and it's been more of a challenge to squeeze Windows into that. On the other hand, here at this show, you are seeing a lot of people announcing Windows on these devices, so I think you've got both Linux and Windows.
Okay, so moving on from Atom, what's the long-term launches that Intel are going to be coming out with probably in the next 2 quarters?
Well, the next thing coming along after Atom is Centrino 2. So we introduced Centrino 5 years ago now, believe it or not. And the second generation's coming out pretty soon, in the next few months. And then behind that, we've got the next sort of super chip called Nehalem. That will be coming out in the next 12 months or so. So there's a lot of attention on inside of Intel, inside of our customers right now. Everybody's working on that. Okay,
so speaking about Nehalem, HEXUS readers are very familiar with the Core 2 Duo, Core 2 Quad, and a lot of them have got 6600 quad cores. Purely from the price point, it was a fantastic processor.
Yeah.
What reason can you see them for changing over to Nehalem?
It's more of the same, right? It's much faster I/O, faster floating point, faster computation, higher memory bandwidth, and I think in desktop PCs, one of the things that I think you're going to see is you're going to see people wanting to manipulate extremely large numbers of JPEGs. Your digital life. Most people now have got gigabytes and gigabytes of this stuff rattling around on their hard drive. There isn't any real easy way of looking at it and sorting it all out. So Nehalem is going to bring extremely high I/O to be able to manipulate that. And then, of course, high-def video. High-def video is probably going to be a big deal. So I think that's the Nehalem era.
Okay. And just a couple more questions quickly. You speak, but you travel a lot. What do you currently carry around in your laptop bag?
Oh, wow. Okay. So obviously spare batteries. I've got every 3G card you can shake a stick at. Because I need connectivity wherever I am. I've got a BlackBerry, which I've been using for a number of years, but I'm a 14-inch screen guy, and within this year I'm going to probably switch to 16-inch. Most people find that bizarre, but I like to be able to have lots of stuff on the screen.
But that's easy for you because obviously you're flying first class everywhere,
Oh,
or even on the private
break,
jet
man.
when Paul's not using it.
Oh, give me a break. Actually, you know, the notebook industry is going to go through a transition this year to 16 by 9. So you're going to have, the screens are going to be wider, but they're not going to be as high proportionally. So when I'm sat at the back of the plane in economy, in that little corner seat, I'm going to be able to open the screen.
Allegedly. So just in closing, in the boardroom, who's the one who actually steals all the biscuits first of all, or does it get shed out fairly?
I try not to steal the biscuits. 51 years of age, your metabolism slows down, and if I do that, I look like a lard boy almost immediately. Yeah, and of course it's America, so they're cookies, man.
Okay, so next IDF we'll look and see who's the most lardiest, and we'll make the assumption, right? Fair?
Guilty as charged.
A nice one, Sean. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Hi, my name is Sean Maloney. I run sales and marketing at Intel. Once I used to be a native of South London. You are watching HEXUS TV.